Hello everyone, it's May 13th and a lot of things are happening. I'm not going to talk too much about any specifics today, just in some general terms with mentioning a couple of things. As I said, this is a very dangerous time, all right? A lot of things I can say about it. For one, look what the IRS did, all right, if you've been watching the news. You know, they were targeting constitutionalists, Tea Party members, anybody who questions or dissents the government. Remember, I told you how the government's going to how it's going to treat you, and indefinitely. I don't mean to stumble. I'm not used to these bright lights this close, but I noticed I need a little more light. Anyway, look how they're treating you. They are used for criminal, corrupt purposes, like so many other branches of government. Actually, I'm not even sure they're government, but let's just say they are. All right. Look what they did. I got to tell you something. The people that did what those IRS agents and supervisors did, maybe even the head dude, they don't need to just get reprimanded or fired. They need to be arrested, charged with a crime, arrested, and tried. And if found guilty, thrown in prison, just like they would anybody else for doing something as bad as this. Okay? That's how I feel about it. I hope that makes sense. And sorry I stumbled around a little bit there. It's because of something else that's coming here shortly. Hey, look, Benghazi, you know, now they're trying to say, oh, you know, no, they couldn't make those types of military decisions. That's hogwash. They have contingency plans for every possible scenario. That just isn't true. No, the stand-down order was exactly that. Okay, don't buy their BS, because that's what it is. If they're saying that they didn't have a contingency plan because they just, what did that one guy say? I can't even remember who he is now, but he said that, the military isn't something that is in a comic book type thing. I forget, he's cartoonish, I think he said. The people have a cartoonish concept of what the military can do. Hey, military, that's your fault. You know, the way you strut around and show everything that you can do. Of course, the people are going to think you can do it. And of course, everybody in the military that I'm talking to right now that, doesn't have an ulterior motive, we could have gone in there and done something in Benghazi. We could have. So when Panetta said, well, we don't commit troops to situations we're not prepared to, or we don't know all the situation, that's hogwash, and you know it as well as I do. There are contingency plans on those types of things. Those special forces guys were ready to go in there and help those SEALs and those people with the ambassador, and they were told not to because, I'm not sure if they wanted Stevens dead or if they wanted him kidnapped, like Admiral Lyons said, for a negotiation for the blind sheik. I don't really know. A cover-up for the weapons transfer, who knows? But he was a victim, as well as those SEALs and those other people, by the criminal acts of this government, the people that run this government. McCain, my old nemesis McCain. What did he say yesterday? He's going to refuse any effort to impeachment on Obama? Boy, you sure show your colors, McCain. You really do. You have nobody's interest at heart but your own and whatever they've given you as a bribe to get you through the rough times that they're planning ahead. Your responsibility is to the people of the United States, specifically, the people that you represent, and you're spitting in their face, covering up crimes. I told you these guys were complicit, ladies and gentlemen. They're not just politicians. They are accessories to criminal behavior. A little upset this morning, aren't I? Okay. I think you get my point. The government is run by criminals. It's not by accident. It's been taken over by Marxist weathermen. Obama was in that circle at Columbia University. I've mentioned it before, and that wasn't an accident. If he actually went there, the point is that that's his circle that he's come up with. He's a CIA operative, just like some of these other commentators are talking about, and he was put there in place, came up out of nowhere because he was groomed for this by the New World Order. And I don't think that's a surprise to anybody, a revelation. He's a criminal. And he needs to be impeached, McCain. And so does Biden. And so does Holder. And everybody else in government, Rand Paul's got it right. He doesn't have it wrong. You guys at the top are working for a global elite, not for the people of the United States. Okay. I wanted to make this quick. Say those couple of things. There's some other stuff happening. The Coast Guard was told to stand down. A lot of you probably already know that on the Atlantic seaboard. All right, we had the drills at the ports. We have the 17 nuclear Air Force nuclear officers that were relieved of duty, and I was in the personal reliability program. That should never have happened. That's not a mistake either. Okay, I don't know what they're trying to cover up, but there's something bigger behind that. All right. There are going to be a lot of false flags here. I don't know what they're sneaking in on the Atlantic seaboard or allowing to come in. It's a cover for something else. I tried to go to the Coast Guard website to find out why they have this stand down, and except for emergencies, and it didn't say. I couldn't access the site. It was shut down. I couldn't get to it for some reason or other. So maybe somebody else can double check it. But 2 people have already told me about it, and I saw it in a news clip someplace. So apparently it's for real. It has something to do with some catamaran or something. That's nonsense. So they're bringing something in. Those missiles are coming in. Something's coming in. Okay, and we're going to have a big incident here real quick. Last thing before I go, I was on the Pete Santilli show again yesterday. It's episode number 418. Steve Pacinic assassinated. That even surprised me when I saw that, because that isn't really what we were talking about. But I think he means, I think the reason why Pete Santilli did that was because of what Dr. Pacinic said and my counter to it. So no, he's not been assassinated, and not character assassinated either. I have the greatest respect for this man. It's just that we differ on how to solve the problems right now, and I'm trying to go about it a slightly different way than he would. The end result, I still think that the leaders need to be brought up on charges, treason, criminal charges, whatever, and if found guilty, they need to be executed, they need to be imprisoned, whatever the law calls for, whatever the courts decide. But they do need to be arrested and charged and arrested. So if you're interested in seeing that, you might want to listen to the whole show. Pete gets, he says some words that I try to avoid sometime, but it's his show. Nothing against him. He's a Marine, thank goodness. So he proves it to me every day. So I know there are a lot of people out there that question him because of things that are on blogs about him or whatever. You people got to stop getting involved in these little petty grievances against people. People are going to make mistakes. They're going to do things, okay? Look at the overall fruits of what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish. All right? And there's going to be another video up here shortly, I think. I'm staffing it right now to see if I should go forward with it, or it may already be up when you see this. If it is, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's a little on the esoteric side, but it needs to be, because I do have that spiritual side to me about what's happening, and this is a spiritual war. So I often talk in spiritual references. And if this gets posted, you'll see that. We have some great Americans that just need to know that they will be backed up despite their minor improprieties. They've done a lot of bad things too. All right? They have. But sometimes they can see and repent and move forward. Let's see what happens.